Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Create Above and Beyond. So, with it being episode 10 of the series, I think it's time that we take some time and get really geared up. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get all of our lake problems solved and hop right into crafting up some of the best gear in the pack. So I started off by filling up my lake. So after the last episode, the entire lake, as well as the river behind my base, was completely drained. So I took the time to fill it all back in because I want it to look nice. And now I know what I need to do to actually make sure that it doesn't drain in the future. So all I need to do to make sure that it doesn't drain in the future is extend our pipe all the way down into the water, and then make sure that's the source block, which I'm going to do by filling in the blocks below it and making it a full source block. And now we have infinite water and we will never run out and can make lots of crystals. Then after that was done, I went ahead and made a pedestal from the reliquary mod, and this is basically going to allow us to automatically kill mobs in our farm. And then I went ahead and crafted a extendo grip so that way we can reach further away. And instead of destroying all the mechanical crafters in my space, what we can actually do is craft these mechanical crafter covers, and it allows you to make the area of your craft smaller without having to change your physical mechanical crafters. And there we go, I get my extendo grip. The next thing I did is I went ahead and crafted a feral flame lantern, which we're going to play around with later. And then I craft a insightful crystal, which actually holds some experience. And then I go ahead and craft up a portable stone cutter, and you do this by throwing all the ingredients on the ground, placing an anvil above it, and letting it fall onto the ingredients, and it crafts up your stone cutter. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft up my exchangers. Now these are going to allow me to finish building the mob farm and decorating it, because what they do is it allows you to replace blocks one for one instead of having to break them and then place them back down. So I upgraded it to the stone and left it there. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to upgrade my buddy card armor as much as possible by throwing all my cards on the ground. You can actually see right there, I get my create buddy card medal, because by throwing them on the ground and picking them up, that's actually the way to kind of register them. So I went ahead and did that with all of my buddy cards to make sure that I had everything captured. Now this didn't end up upgrading my armor at all, but at least now I have the create buddy card medal. The next thing I wanted to do is make some new food. So I decided to use sheep because I have more of those than any of the other mobs. And with the mutton, you can actually chop it down into mutton chops, which gets you essentially double the food. I then went ahead and milked a whole bunch of cows, turning their milk into milk bottles. And then I went ahead and cooked up all the mutton that we can use for our recipe. I then grabbed a whole bunch of onions and potatoes, cooked up those potatoes, and then crafted those all together. So the recipe I decided to go with was a shepherd's pie. There's a few different reasons I wanted to go for this, but the main one being is it has a whole lot of saturation. It gives you a lot of food. So this is the crafting recipe, and you get the shepherd's pie. Now when you place the shepherd's pie, it places like a cake, and it essentially has 4 slices in it, which you can take out with a bowl. And so essentially what you need to do is you need to place it down, take out your slices, get your plates of shepherd's pie, and then you can finally eat them. So they actually do stack up to 16, and it actually works as a really good food source. So you can see here, I'm just grabbing all of my shepherd's pie, so that way I have enough food to last me quite a while. So now I'm going to be earning myself some money. The way I'm going to be doing this is by taking all of the crops we have farmed, and if you craft 9 of them together, you get these barrels of the crop. And you can then put those into the trade station, and it gives you coins. So I'm going to power up my trade station here with my crops, and you can see when we have the farmer profession, we get 1 coin per 9 crops. Now this is working pretty good, but we do want to speed up our trade station because that is going to be the bottleneck. We're producing crops very, very fast, but we need to also produce our trade station pretty quick. So what I'm going to do is I need to craft up some Constantin. So I'm going over to where I craft my brass, and I'm basically filtering zinc and copper in, and that gets me Constantine. So I'm then going to go ahead and craft some Fluix linkage amplifiers, and I crafted 4 of these because there's 4 spots for amplifiers, and I'm going to place those inside of my trade station, which will speed things up. The one downside to these amplifiers is that we are now using more power than we're generating with our dynamo, so we're going to upgrade it to a new Mystic dynamo. A new Mystic Dynamo actually takes coins to power, which isn't too much of a problem because it only takes one coin and that lasts for like 5 minutes, which produces multiple stacks of coins. So we're really not losing too much by using coins to power it. Now I did end up having to craft 2 of these because one was not enough to keep up with our upgraded trade station, and I did take one of the amplifiers out of the trade station, which gets us at the perfect rate where we are 1-to-1 power used to power produced. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 5 stacks of those silver coins, turn them into gold coins, because we can finally afford our diamond saw. So we can upgrade our diamond saw to the enchanted saw, which has unbreaking like infinity. Put that in our andesite farm, and we're now producing andesite machines completely automatically. We don't have to provide it with anything other than these strainers. All right, so the next thing I want to check out is the Test of Patience quest. I've heard a few people mention this, and I really don't know much about it. So looks like we get a enchanted barrel, Test of Patience. We get a barrel and a note. Welcome, Challenger. Okay, so it's like a game, or you have a few of these unboxed. Oh, is this literally just, oh, good luck, see you at the bottom, motivational apple, barrel. Okay, so it looks like we're just gonna have to open up a few of these. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. So yeah, I guess let's just place a whole bunch down and see what we get. Hopefully we can, I guess, get to the bottom and figure out what's in these barrels. Okay, so we have kind of ran out of room here, so I'm just going to go ahead and break these barrels, and we'll take this outside where we have a little more room to work. This is a good enough place as any, so let's just continue opening our barrels, and we'll stack all the way up, collect our apples and our cookies. Okay, so here we are. I'm starting to get to the point where I think we got to automate this. Yeah, I think it's time, so let's go do that. So to automate this, I think it's going to be pretty simple. I think all we have to do is be able to place the barrel, take the items out of the barrel, and then break the barrel. So we're going to have our deployer, a saw, and then just a little bit of a belt loop. And that should all work out pretty well. Now the last thing we need to do is make a filter with respecting the data of our special barrel. And if we place a brass filter down, we can place that filter in it. So that way it's only going to take out and place our special barrel. All right, so here is our whole system in action. So you can see we start off with our deployer. It places the barrel. Our belts immediately take all the items out. So all the paper, apples, cookies, whatever else we get. And then we have a drill, which breaks the barrel. And then there's a loop where that barrel comes back around into the deployer, and it's working pretty good. So we can just let this go and hopefully collect whatever's at the bottom. So now I'm working on crafting a full new set of bodycard armor and a set of bodycard tools, but I am very short on shredded bodycards. So we're going to do our first ever mid-episode bodycard pack opening. Now there will be a pack opening at the end of the episode, as is our tradition, but I just need a few more cards that I can shred up to get this buddy steal going. So I'm just going to open up all of these base set buddy cards I have, and we'll hopefully get enough to keep 3 of everything while still having enough to shred up all of our buddy cards. So that actually puts us a single buddy card away from completing our full shiny and not shiny buddy card set. So I'm going to pull out the ones that I have more than 3 of, grind those down, and craft up our armor now. Okay, and that puts us at more than enough. So let's get all of our buddy steel powder crafted up. So what we got to do for that is lapis block, block of iron, and then we need 3 stacks of shredded buddy cards, and that gets us our buddy steel blend. And then I'm going to go smelt that up, and we will make our armor. Sweet. So there we go, full set of buddy card armor, and I've got all the tools except the hoe, which we hopefully, I don't know if I'll get that or not. So at 59%, that puts us just under diamond. But I do have a plan for the end of the episode to kind of finish upgrading it and see if we can get that over like 70%. We'll see. We'll see if it'll work or not. And then in the next episode, what I'm going to try to do is craft some perfect buddy steel ingots. We've got the buddy steel and Loomis for it. We just need the Xylex. So maybe we'll see if we can't find another one of those little baby Endermen to trade with. That is no longer placing down our barrels. So I'm guessing... Oh, we're full. Oh man, I was so excited. I thought for sure that we like finally got through it all. Geez, that's a lot of stuff. All right, I'll clean this out and let it keep going, I guess. All right, guys, and here are our new tools and items that we crafted up. So I've got my full set of buddy steel armor and tools crafted up. Feel free to pause or start on the video if you want to see the exact enchantments I've got on here. But the main ones are, I've got Buddy Binding 3 on every single tool and armor, meaning when we die, these will actually stay in our inventory. And then we also have Wall Running, Double Jump, and Sliding on our boots, meaning, well, first we can double jump, which is super cool, and Wall Running lets us actually run on walls. Now those are added by the grappling hook mod, so maybe we'll have to get a new grappling hook and really try those out. Sadly, that does mean we are retiring the Sky Slime boots, but I don't think that'll be permanent, and at some point maybe we'll actually get those back on. Now that does mean we're going to be retiring some of our Tinker's Construct tools, so our sword, our pickaxe, and then our mattock are all being retired. However, we are going to keep the excavator and the sledgehammer in our inventory. We want to mine multiple blocks at once. But looking at it, we have our sword that we spent all that time crafting, which has 12 attack damage and 0.85 attack speed. And our buddy card sword is at 10 attack damage and 1.6 attack speed, so slightly less damage, but a lot faster to hit. So with our mob farm, we do have it upgraded with a pedestal. So I have 3 pedestals kind of around these mobs, each of which has a diamond sword on it, which means that these guys are being killed automatically, and those count as player kills. So whenever I want levels, I just go stand there. And as you can see, I just got 52 levels from standing there for like a second. And this has been running for less than 5 minutes. So when I was enchanting this armor, it was so easy. I came over here, did a level 30 enchant, run over here, get some XP, and be able to do like 5 more enchants. Now to also kind of help out with that, I crafted this insightful crystal, which stores experience. So if I right click, it fills up with experience. And if I shift right click, it empties out the experience into my bar. So I go ahead and fill this up, and this thing holds a stupid amount of experience. So you can see we just pumped over 50 levels into it, and it's like maybe 3/4 full. So that thing is really nice, and I'll definitely try to keep that full in my inventory whenever I need to do some enchanting. We also have our extendo grip created, which is a crate item that lets us hit stuff from, I think it's 6 blocks away, holding it in our offhand. So we'll definitely be making sure to have that in our offhand at all times to be able to really hit stuff from quite a distance. And then we come to the exchanger. So I can press the comma button to open up this menu, where I can extend this to 3x3. And the different exchanger types actually go even higher than this. I just only crafted up to the stone tier. And what I can do is change the mode from plain, horizontal column, or vertical column. We can force drop items enabled or disabled, which means that we can void excess blocks if we want. We also have directional placement, void items, And then what I think is going to be the most useful is fuzzy placement. So what that allows you to do is set a percentage of what it's replacing. So if we want to just kind of like roughen up a wall, we could set this to like 10% and it would only put a few of the new blocks in it. So to set this, you're going to shift right click and that sets your block. And then I can just right click and replace all the blocks at once. Then if I want to change those back to stone, I just shift right click and then I can right click. And when I run out, it'll just say error, ran out of blocks. And yeah, it's worked really well, and I'm definitely going to be using this a lot. And then speaking of things I'm going to be using a lot, this portable stone cutter is sweet. So not only does this give us a stone cutter, but we can actually like click all 64 and get like really specific things. So for example, our Gabriel cobblestone slabs, we get 2 per. I can click all and it'll craft all of those up, or I can click 64 and it would craft only a stack. We also got the create set buddy metal, which gives us haste. So whenever we're doing some mining, we can just swap this out for our Farmer's Delight metal, which we did actually enchant to have Buddy Binding 3 and Buddy Boost 2, which we should do for our metal. So I'll also do that for my Create Set metal, and that basically just makes them a bit more effective, and Buddy Binding 3 means they're going to stay in our inventory if we die. So I went ahead and also upgraded our Create Set and Base Set Buddy metals by enchanting them with Buddy Boost 2 and Buddy Binding 3. Our Create Set gives us haste 3, which that plus our efficiency tools makes us that we're going to be mining stuff super duper fast. And then our base set buddy metal is now at speed 3, meaning we're going to move quite quickly using it, which will be really nice for doing some exploring. But we're going to keep our Farmer's Delight set buddy metal on for now, as it gives us speed 1 with all our other effects, which is honestly super good because not having to eat makes the game so much more fun to play. Now the last thing we crafted is something that we're going to have to craft a whole lot more of. That is the Feral Flare Lantern. So basically what this does is when you place it down, you can see it starts to like place a whole bunch of invisible lights around it. You just kind of light up the area automatically for you. Now it does have a range, so it's not infinite, but you can see it plays that single lantern, and now this whole space is all lit up. So I'm definitely going to be crafting a lot of those and placing them all around my base to make sure that we are completely lit up at night. And as we were doing all of the enchanting on my armor and tools, we got quite a lot of ores from this. Now we did run out of blazing blood, so I will have to get some blaze spawners to the overworld so that way we can keep this thing running. But we ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of gold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of iron in a bit, and then just about 1.5 stacks of diamonds from just a little bit of enchanting. And that thing is doing pretty darn well. And even after all that time enchanting our gear, this thing is still trucking along, and it looks like it's just about time to empty out our arcane barrel again and let this keep going. Hopefully we get something cool from this. Don't spoil it in the comments though. I don't want to know what I get. I want to be surprised. Ooh, well that is an unforeseen issue. So it looks like our light over here is too close to the mob farm where it's actually placing lights inside the mob farm. So hopefully breaking this... Okay, good. It also breaks all of the lights it placed. So I think what I'll do is I'll kind of put it over here closer to my base where it's not going to affect our mob farm at all. And anywhere around there, we'll just have to place some regular torches. We could just hide it down here in this bush. Now to round off the episode, what we're going to do is turn a bunch of our silver coins into gold coins so we can actually buy some buddy card packs. Now the reason we're going to buy those buddy card packs is so we can start getting more end and nether buddy cards, which are going to be super useful to upgrade our armor and hopefully get it to be a slightly higher power. So we have 20 gold coins here, which will get us 10 packs. So we'll go ahead and buy all those packs, open it up, and see where our armor is after we're done. Okay, that was actually a lot better than expected. We got a whole lot of end and nether cards, and looks like we also got a bunch of aquaculture cards, which I forgot was even a thing you could get. We didn't complete any of the sets, but hopefully that puts our armor a little higher. Oh, check that out, 70%. So that gave us essentially 10% right there, which I think, let's see what diamond is. 3 armor, 2 toughness, 3 armor, 1 toughness. Puts us just about at diamond level. So if we can get this upgraded to the perfect buddy steel, we'll be doing pretty darn good. So with all these cards, what I'm going to go ahead and do is craft one more book to store all of our end and aquaculture cards until we have enough where we can actually craft up the respective book for those card packs. And as of today, here is the status of our buddy cards. So we're missing a single buddy card for our base set, shiny and not shiny. We're missing a few of the shiny cards for Create Buddy set, but we managed to finish our non-shiny set. For our Farmer's Delight set, we have our non-shiny set finished, and we're missing quite a few cards of our shiny set. And I think we're also missing some of the Buddy Gummies, so we'll have to craft up more of those. We'll definitely have to do some more nether exploration because we are very short on our nether cards, and we are nowhere close to completing the set. And then finally, for the extra cards we got today, we've got a few of the aquaculture set. We have some of these BYG sets, which I'm not even sure what mod those are from, because the book for buddy cards doesn't actually have any information on that. So if I go in here, open this up, buddy card sets, it doesn't show up here. So if you guys know where this BYG set is from and what benefit I have for collecting these or how to get more of the packs, please let me know, because if I look this up, BYG gives me no information on these packs. So yeah, please let me know. And then finally, for our end set, we have quite a few cards, but we still obviously have a long ways to go. But once we get to the end, I think that should all go pretty quickly. So we'll go ahead and store all of our binders, and in the next episode, we'll see what else is next. Maybe we can finish off some of our sets that are missing just a few cards. Man, would it be cool to end the episode with the test of patience being completed right now. Right now. Right now. Anyway, so in the next 2 episodes, what our plan is, I want to finish off our starter area by building a building for our mob grinder and just kind of decorating our space around here. And then the last thing that's going to happen in this kind of base location is we're going to build our copper and brass factory. So let me know which one you guys want to see in the next episode, because I really haven't decided which way I'm going to go. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Ugh.